Today I want to talk about self-care and why it's so important, especially during these times. I've had several of my clients, tell me that they're having such a hard time during COVID, but also, all the goings on in the world. Hey, Alkani! Yahoo! Nice to see you. I'm talking about self-care and why it's so important to really have a self-care practice, and I call it a practice because you're not doing it, you're practicing it. It's like yoga. You don't do yoga, you practice yoga, right? It's not a thing you just do. It's a thing that you need to practice. And even, you practice, the word practice means you're not perfect at it. And this is the point. You want to take care of yourself and have, the practice of doing it anyway, even when it's imperfect, even when you don't feel like it, even when, you mess up or it doesn't feel as good as you planned on it feeling. Hey, Sandra, nice to see you. We're talking about self-care and why it's such an important topic in this day and age right now, but also in getting into a relationship of your dreams. Self-care is important because we need to learn, we need to teach our bodies, we need to teach our neurology to know what it's like to be taken care of. To be taken care of, because we can't just expect being taken care of by someone else. This is what we do, right? We are the givers usually. We usually overgive to others and not give enough to ourselves. Hey, Marcia! Able to receive it, which is a whole other topic, learning how to receive. But we know, yes, this is nourishing because guess what? We've had nourishing self-care before because guess what? We've done self-care. And so self-care is important because you're training yourself to learn what it's like to be taken care of. And then when someone else takes care of you or does something nice for you, you've trained yourself to know how to receive that. Does that make sense, you guys? Can you just give me a thumbs up or a heart or something to let me know that that makes sense? So we're training ourselves. Okay, great. Lots of thumbs up coming through and hearts. We're training ourselves to know what it's like so that we can recognize it later, but also we are taking care of ourselves in such a way that we are meeting our own needs and we're learning how to meet our own needs. This is so important. So, we hear this all the time. You need to learn how to take care of yourself. You need to learn how to be independent. You need to learn how to do self-love. Well, how do you do that, right? We hear this everywhere, self-love, 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 but how do you do that? How do you do self-love? We can't just stand in front of the mirror and say, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. It doesn't work. Those affirmations don't work unless you believe it. So I'm not saying they don't work, but the people who teach that, they also know this. You need to believe it for it to work. And the way you believe that you love yourself is when you train your neurology to know what it's like to be taken care of by you. Does that make sense? I know, it's like a mind, twist. So we need to do self-care for ourselves, and in doing that, our bodies, our cells, our soul, our brain, our belief system believes that we are worthy, believes that we are good enough, believes that we are lovable, and we start feeling loved by ourselves. And that is self-love, you guys. Okay? It's an action. You can't just sit and meditate and say, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Or, you should be meditating. Sure. No problem with meditating. I meditate. I practice yoga. I say affirmations of I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I love myself, but I also do the loving to myself. I do the actions that create self-love, which is healthy boundaries for myself, connecting to what I want, first of all, healthy boundaries with what I don't want. Giving myself what I need instead of expecting it from someone else, whether it's my partner, my sister, my daughter, right? I identify what it is that I need. Number one step in self-care, identify what it is that you need, and then give it to yourself. And then when you consistently are identifying what you need and giving it to yourself, you will start increasing your level of self-love. Once you start increasing your level of self-love, others are going to start treating you better. It's just by default. It's a law. It's a law of attraction, right? If you are expecting others to give you the thing that you are lacking, you are just going to get more lack of the thing. So what you focus on, you get more of. If you focus on the lack, or if you're trying to get something that you don't have inside yourself, you're just going to get more of the thing you don't want, which is chasing after something that isn't inside you already, chasing after something from someone else. So I just saw Mary Carol join us. Hi, darling. So this is, as a concept, really hard to understand. I mean, I'm sure you guys are getting it. I'm not saying that you're not getting it. But the way to really get it and to get out of your head and into your body and into your neurology and to get results immediately would be to start it. Do it. Like, stop thinking about it. Start doing. Do a self-care practice that is a regular thing. Make a list of self-care practices that are easy. For example, for me, an easy self-care practice is standing in the shower 5 minutes longer, and not just mechanically washing my body for getting clean, like for the object of being in the shower, but also enjoying the shower for the warmth and the water running over my skin and just having a sensory experience just for fun, just for pleasure. So I actually did that this morning. I stood in the hot shower. I was a little bit chilled. I went for a really, really early morning walk and it was warm. I was warm, but then when I got home, I sat still for too long and I got chilled and I hopped into the shower. I cleaned myself, but then I stood another 10, even 15 minutes just letting the hot water run over my body. It was so delicious and it was so important for me to not rush out of that shower and go, 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 go. And now I just feel really well taken care of. And no one did it for me. No one did it to me, right? So make a list of at least 10 self-care things like that, like sipping a coffee, taking an extra 20 minutes in the morning or 10 to sip your coffee slowly and enjoy. A shower like I just described, a little extra time in the shower, just enjoying the water, not just for the function of cleaning. Going for a 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, hour walk on your lunch break. These are really important things to do for yourself that will train your neurology to trust that you will always be there for you and you can fulfill your own needs. So self-care isn't just getting your hair done, getting your makeup done, getting your nails done, buying clothes, consuming. It's part of it. I just spent some time online and on the phone with my friend who sells makeup online, natural makeup. I bought some new makeup because I use makeup a lot on these Zoom calls and these Facebook Lives. So that is part of it. But the shower thing was deeper self-care than a quick purchase with my credit card. Eating a delicious meal outside when it's such beautiful weather, without my phone, without technology, and just enjoying the meal. Yesterday I did that, and 2 cardinals came and flew and sat on my fence. It was a female and a male, and they were like chirping together. They were in a relationship, of course, ironically, right? They were so beautiful. Had I been looking down on my phone, or had I been sitting at my kitchen table or my kitchen, I have a counter where I sometimes quickly eat if I'm in a rush, I would have missed that, right? It nurtured me. And my body is trusting me that when I get overwhelmed, or when I get overworked, or when I'm tired, or, when those moments hit, which happens, I can step back in and I've got myself. Right, I need self-care. I need to go do self-care. Okay? And then the other list I want you to make is a list of self-care that's a little bit more lavish. So like, some of the hair salons in my area are opening up. Today I booked a lot of self-care things, so it's a good examples, but I finally booked a haircut and hair color. I do highlights. So my highlights are here right now, you guys. Good thing it still looks pretty good, but that's a self-care thing. I'm so excited. My haircut is in like 2 weeks. So, right? So that is a little bit more, that's on my more difficult self-care list. It costs money, it costs time to plan, you have to book it. A massage is something, you can't just do like right now in the moment, but having a longer shower you can do in the moment. So have a few different ways of doing self-care, including the more difficult and more time consuming and costly ones, like getting a facial or a massage or your hair done. So whatever floats your boat. Okay, I'm just going to look at some of the comments. Hi, Sylvia. Welcome. So Alkani is saying, for self-care, I love taking a bath or enjoying the long shower. Go for a walk in the park or nature, dress up and put makeup, or do my hair or get a massage. Yes. Oh my gosh, Alkani, you've got it right down. You're well on your way. Yes, Charlene, speaking lovingly and compassionately to yourself, that is such a good thing if you can catch it. But what happens is, if we are only in our heads and if we're only doing this work spiritually and not embodied in our bodies physically by a doing action, and just using our thoughts and changing our thinking and changing our how we talk to ourselves, it actually isn't fully enough. Your body, your cells, your brain, your belief system needs to feel the actions of self-love. So that's what I've been talking about, the actions, like a doing thing of standing in the shower a little extra to allow yourself the pleasure of it. Going for a beautiful walk, or sitting under a blanket if it's a cool day with a cup of tea and just reading a book or journaling. Those kinds of doing actions are very important. For me, the biggest self-care doing action to date is to go to bed early. It is my most favorite doing action of self-care I can ever imagine. When I sleep well, oh my goodness, the next day I'm in a good mood, my relationship is on track, my eating is on track, my exercise is on track, I'm right there with my clients, I'm fully on, I'm present in my business. It's just flowing and amazing and gorgeous, and I love sleeping on time. So find your thing. Women actually need more sleep than men in general. We have a lot more hormonal systems and processes that we need to repair. So it's no wonder that, I love sleep, and a lot of women I know are either overworked and underslept, or also are now recognizing that they need more sleep as well. So that could be a thing for you to try. Sandra is saying self-care, listening to you. Yeah, exactly. Self-care would be watching a video, or listening to someone you want to learn from, like me, like you're saying, or I watch a lot of YouTube videos myself, actually, either inspirational speakers, motivational speakers. I love Tony Robbins, I love Bob Proctor, my business coach Shanda Sumpter. I love that kind of stuff. Rachel Hollis, Marie Forleo, she's more a business coach. You know, her work is in alignment with what I do, you know, those kinds of things. Gabby Bernstein, you guys, you should follow Gabby Bernstein. I know one of my clients, I think it's Mary Carroll. Tell me if it was you that you love Gabby Bernstein. Oh no, I think it was someone else. But Gabby, or Gabrielle Bernstein, she is amazing at what she does. She's like a spiritual, like kind of a light worker in a way. I don't know. I'm not doing her justice. Just look her up. Bernstein, Gabrielle Bernstein. So there you go. Yes, so important to be kind to yourself internally, Charlene. So important. And, you know, when you catch yourself beating yourself up or being mean or saying a mean thing or, you know, like rolling your eyes at yourself, it's really important to switch that to compassion. You can even pet yourself. Like I do this, you know, my hand goes to my heart right away and I just like stroke myself. So, you know, I'm feeling compassion immediately, even physically. I know, Mary Carroll, I can't wait to get a massage. I think their massage therapists are open in my area. Oh, and Mary Carroll's saying she loves watching her garden people on YouTube. Yeah, you're a gardener, avid gardener. Exactly. So whatever inspires you, right? Give yourself that time and give yourself that doing energy so that your body, your soul, your cells, your brain really believes you when you are giving yourself self-care and self-love. All right, you guys, it's been a slice. It's been amazing. I love you all, and we will see you on Thursday, same time, same place. Okay? Ciao for now.